The hit television show Dance Moms is something that most Americans have heard of. Whether they agree with the methods that were used against the children on this show is an entirely different ballgame. Every week, millions of Americans tuned into the show to watch 8 little girls dance while their mothers screamed and tore each other down. It was pure entertainment, but real-life implications that the show had on these girls is an entire different situation. As children, it was easy to see the entertainment value in this show, to see that we wanted to become these girls and looked up to them. But as adults, it's hard to believe that those adults around these girls, such as the producers, their instructors, their mothers, and even the United States government, had no regard for their safety and allowed for them to be exploited by the show. My name is Maddie Dunn, and as a child, Dance Moms was my favorite show. But rewatching it as an adult, I've come to realize that the actions that took place on the show were absolutely disgusting. And I've taken a lot of my time here in college to study how improper child labor laws have impacted children around the world who face reality television. There is known to be a severe lack of child labor laws for reality television throughout all of Hollywood, and almost all reality television show producers abuse and exploit these gaps. Due to these gaps in child labor laws, the children on the television show Dance Moms were ultimately negatively impacted. But after the conclusion of Dance Moms, investigations have sparked as to what these issues really were and how the laws can be impacted in order to make a difference in how the exploitation of these children can be ended in the future. It's commonly known throughout Hollywood that there is a severe lack of child labor laws when it comes to reality television. Everyone knows the common rule. You see something weird or out of place, you always say something to someone who has the capacity to fix it. However, in Hollywood, this is rarely the case. Lawyer Laura Newbell, in her article, "The Kids Are Not All Right, an open call for reforming the protections afforded to reality television's child participants," on May 1st, 2013, claims presently the only protection pertaining to child labor on a federal level is the Federal Labor Standards Act, the FLSA, which exempts children employed from the performing arts. Newbell is a law student at Seton Hall University, and this presentation is her life's work. Producers in reality television show know these loopholes that come from exploitation, being the Federal Labor Standards Act, having it as the only law put in place against these children to prevent them from being exploited. They know that these loopholes, they know what they're doing is wrong, but it is a situation that has gone unspoken in Hollywood for too long. Newbell goes on to claim that due to the flexible nature of reality television, a genre which is deemed Hollywood's sweatshop, producers can literally take the show on the road and film where labor laws skew in the favor of production, allowing for the children to legally be exploited due to the lack of child labor laws here in the United States. Allowing for such a gap in child labor laws opens up room for children to be wildly taken advantage of when it comes to the world of reality television. The abuse of this gap in child labor laws has led to the traumatization of many children that came from reality television show background, including the cast of Dance Moms. Through their podcast, Christy and Kelly Lukasiak have gone on to mention that their children, as they were the mothers of the dancers on their show, often had to work 60 to 70-hour weeks while missing extracurricular activities that many children generally get to participate in, which affected their childhood experiences. Kelly Hyland, co-creator of this podcast, mother of 2 of the dancers on Dance Moms, even went as far as to file a lawsuit against the producers on their show for endangering her children, saying that the girls often had to work over 40-hour weeks in violation of Pennsylvania child labor law acts, claiming they worked past 10 p.m. almost every day and had 12-hour days, both weekend days, on Saturdays and Sundays. Highland lawyers place much of the blame for the outrageous behavior on the show's producers, who believe, in an effort to attract ratings and viewership, encourage and facilitate conflicts between the producers and the young girls. Journalist Gia Becchiani, in October 10, 2014, through her article 60-Hour Work Weeks, Cruel Insults, body shaming, and chair throwing, is a journalist for Radar News and explains Kelly Hollyland's lawsuit and methods that prove that the girls have faced major trauma when facing the show. And they were not backed by any of the producers or any of the laws provided against child labor laws here in America. Although the lawsuit was unsuccessful for Hyland, she managed to bring major legal awareness to the situation that the children in reality television were being faced with, and that they could be stopped. Since Dance Moms has aired, many people have started questioning the integrity of child labor laws in the United States. More advocates are coming out in support of increasing child labor laws in the United States every day just because of this show, causing the government to reflect on where exactly they went wrong. Alex Porte and Samantha Caputa claim through their article on November 11th, 2022, child actors have protections, but what about kids on reality TV and paid social media? These journalists from the Today Show News, a very popular and very credible news source, often claim that nevertheless, in parts of the country, children performing on reality shows and on social media, including in ads appeared by their parents' sponsors' post, remain a nebulous area, with many kids appearing without any protection from the Federal Labor Standards Act from 1938. They also go on to notice how in recent years the issue of children appearing in reality TV shows, viral videos, and paid social media posts have sparked criminal investigation, which means that the United States government is frequently looking into these acts and looking to change them for the sake of children in reality television. The impact that a lack of child labor laws in reality television has on children is one that will never go away for these kids. Producers abuse the lack of child labor laws in order to get away with taking advantage of the children in the workforce. These children, especially on the television show Dance Moms, face real-life hardships and repercussions because they are so taken advantage of. Finally, the government is finally changing these laws so that the children may no longer have to face these issues and lifelong repercussions that come with them. Child labor laws in the United States are beyond flawed, but with the advocates coming forward from television show Dance Moms, as well as those who appreciated the show, these laws are frequently changing. It's admirable for the children of Dance Moms to be coming forward on their trauma and solving a social movement to come forward and change these laws for the kids of reality television that will come after them. Thank you.